So, tell me something honestly. Do you ever walk past the mirror, glance at your reflection, and feel like you're not quite as strong as you used to be? Not just physically, but inside too. Like your energy doesn't carry you the way it once did? Maybe your arms feel a little weaker when lifting groceries, or getting up from a chair takes more effort than it used to. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's that quiet thought. Is this just how getting older feels? But let me stop you right there. That voice, it's not telling you the whole truth. You see, aging doesn't mean giving up your strength, not even close. In fact, right here, right now, you can start something that brings your energy back. Something that gives you control over your body, your posture, your balance, and yes, your confidence. And the best part? You don't need a gym. You don't need fancy machines. You don't even need to leave your house. All you need is you. This video is for every woman who's thought it's too late, because it's not. It's for the women who've spent their lives taking care of others, and now it's finally time to take care of yourself. In the next few minutes, we're going to talk about how strength training at home, yes, at home, can rebuild the strength you thought you lost. Not just in your muscles, but in your mindset. And we're not talking about anything complicated, just simple, gentle movements done consistently that can change how you feel, move, and age. Let's begin where it matters most. Your legs. They are your foundation. When they're strong, everything else becomes easier. Getting up from a chair without pushing on the armrests, walking with more stability, even climbing stairs without grabbing the railing. That all begins with your legs. One of the easiest, safest exercises to start with is the sit to stand. No equipment needed, just a sturdy chair. Sit down slowly, then stand up without using your hands if you can. That simple movement strengthens your thighs, hips, and even your core. You don't need to do it fast. In fact, slow and steady builds more strength and keeps your joints safe. Start with 5, then 7, then maybe 10. And every time you do it, tell yourself, I'm getting stronger. Because you are. Now let's talk about balance. As we age, one of the biggest risks we face is falling. But here's the good news. Balance can be trained. And yes, right from your living room. A simple exercise. Stand behind your kitchen counter, lightly hold on with one hand, and try lifting one leg a few inches off the floor. Hold for 10 seconds, then switch. You'll feel your ankles working, your legs gently trembling, your body adjusting. That's your balance system switching on, and that system, like a muscle, gets stronger every time you use it. Let me tell you a quick story. A woman named Grace, 72 years old, wrote in to say she'd been afraid to start strength training because of her arthritis. Her knees were stiff, her back was sore, and she thought working out would make things worse. But she started slow. She began with seated arm lifts using 2 water bottles. A week later, she added 5 sit-to-stands a day. After a month, she could carry her groceries up the stairs again without needing help. Her joints? Still a little stiff, but her legs were stronger and her back didn't ache like it used to. Grace didn't try to be perfect. She just tried. And that made all the difference. Strength isn't just about lifting weights. It's about lifting yourself up, day by day, moment by moment. It's about choosing to do something today that your future self will thank you for. And let's be honest, you've spent years putting everyone else first. It's not selfish to focus on your health now. It's wise. It's necessary. Now there's something else we need to talk about. It's a bit more subtle, but incredibly important. Your confidence. You see, strength training doesn't just change your muscles. It changes how you carry yourself through the world. When your body feels stronger, your mind starts to believe in itself again. Maybe you'll notice it when you go for a walk and realize you're not looking down at your feet so much, or when you carry your own bag without needing help, or when you reach up into a cabinet and don't second-guess your balance. That's not just physical strength, it's self-belief, and you're building it right now. Sometimes we forget how much power we hold, especially as we age. The world often tries to tell women, especially older women, to slow down, sit quietly, or shrink into the background. But you're doing the opposite. You're choosing to stand tall, take control of your health, and invest in the body that's carried you through decades of life. That's not just impressive, it's inspiring. Let's bring in another small but mighty movement, the wall push-up. If getting down on the floor feels intimidating, this is a beautiful alternative. Stand about 2 feet away from a wall, place your hands flat against it at shoulder height, and slowly bend your elbows to bring your chest toward the wall, then push back. It's just like a regular push-up but without the floor. This one strengthens your chest, shoulders, and arms, and it also helps stabilize your wrists and upper back. And here's a tip. Exhale when you push away from the wall, and inhale when you come in. That breath control adds another layer of strength and calmness to the movement. If you ever feel shaky or unsure while doing these movements, remind yourself, that's not weakness. That's your body rebuilding. Those small trembles, that's muscle waking up. That's your brain and body reconnecting, firing up pathways that may have been asleep for years. Each time you show up, each rep, each breath, you're retraining your system. You're telling your body, I'm still here, I'm still strong, I'm still capable. And if anyone's ever made you feel like aging means declining, let them watch you now. Let them see you lift your arms, straighten your back, and reclaim the space around you. Because strength training at 60, 70, even 80, it's not just possible, it's powerful. There's one more thing I want you to keep in your heart as we go deeper into this journey. You don't need to do it all today. Progress isn't measured in sweat or soreness. It's measured in consistency, in the courage to start again tomorrow, in how your body responds to love, attention, and care. Strength comes in layers, just like wisdom, and you've already got plenty of both. Now that your body has started to reawaken, and you've given your legs, arms, and core some loving attention, it's time to connect it all with one of the most overlooked parts of aging well: mobility. See, strength is one thing, but moving gracefully, without stiffness or pain, that's freedom. That's quality of life. And the good news is, just a few minutes of gentle movement each day can bring that freedom back into your joints. Start with shoulder rolls. Just that. Sit or stand tall, lift your shoulders up toward your ears, then roll them back and down slowly. Feel the space opening up across your chest. This tiny movement releases tension, improves posture, and even makes it easier to breathe. Do this a few times in the morning, maybe again in the evening while waiting for your tea. It's simple, but the impact adds up. Then, let's look at your hips. So much of our balance and walking ability comes from healthy hips, and yet they're often the tightest, stiffest part of the body as we age. Try gentle standing marches. Hold on to the back of a chair for support, and slowly lift one knee as if you're walking in place, then the other. It doesn't have to be high or fast. You're not in a race. Just get the hips moving. Let them know they're still needed. Each lift reminds your body that movement isn't just possible, it's natural. And while you're at it, pay attention to your feet. Yes, your feet. Those wonderful, hard-working foundations that carry you all day long. When we don't use them fully, we lose strength there too. Try standing barefoot for a moment each day. Wiggle your toes, press gently into your heels and the balls of your feet. That tiny reconnection can improve your balance, posture, and even the way you walk. It's not about exercise anymore. It's about awakening. But perhaps the most important part of all this, stronger muscles, steadier balance, better movement, is what it unlocks for you emotionally. This isn't just physical, it's deeply personal. Strength training reminds you that you're not powerless, that you have agency, that even in the face of aging, you can choose to get stronger, you can choose to walk taller, reach farther, and live fuller. Let me tell you about another woman. Her name is Anita. She's 68, and for years she believed her days of feeling strong were over. After retiring, she slowed down, spent more time at home. Her knees ached, her shoulders were tight, but she started doing chair exercises just 3 times a week, nothing fancy. Lifting her legs, rotating her arms, doing wall push-ups. After a few weeks, she noticed her posture improving. A few months later, she was walking farther, standing longer, and laughing louder. You could see it in her eyes. She felt like herself again. Not the younger version, but the stronger version. That's what I want for you. Not to become someone else. Not to turn back time, but to feel strong as you are today. To wake up each morning with more confidence, more ease, and more joy in what your body can do. And if some days feel harder than others, if your energy dips or you miss a day, it's okay. Progress isn't a straight line. It's made up of tiny moments stacked together. And every time you lift your arm, every time you rise from a chair, every time you decide to move instead of sit, you're winning. So as you wrap up today's practice, don't worry about what you didn't do. Focus on what you did. You moved. You showed up. You said yes to your health, your body, and your strength. You're not done yet. But look at how far you've already come. Now take a deep breath and sit with this for a moment. Not just in your body, but in your heart. You've just spent time investing in yourself, maybe for the first time in a while. That matters. It's not just a workout. It's a decision, a declaration. You're telling the world, I still care about my health. I still want to feel strong. And I'm not done growing. Not now. Not ever. The world may try to convince you that aging means stepping back, slowing down, giving in. But strength training says otherwise. It says you're not fading, you're evolving. You're not becoming less, you're becoming more capable, more confident, more connected to yourself. And that strength, it doesn't come from how heavy the weight is. It comes from how deeply you believe in your worth. Every stretch, every lift, every breath, those are acts of courage, quiet ones, private ones, but powerful all the same. You don't need to shout to prove you're strong. Just keep showing up exactly like you are. That's what changes everything. And you don't have to do this alone. There are thousands, millions of women just like you, right now, learning to love their bodies again, rediscovering what it means to move with intention, to age with grace and grit, to rise each morning knowing they're not shrinking, they're standing taller than ever. So here's my gentle nudge. Keep going, keep moving, keep trusting yourself, even if it's slow, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, even if some days you don't feel like it, because strength isn't about being perfect, it's about being present, right here, right now. And if today was your first step, what a beautiful beginning that is. If you've been doing this a while, then let today be your reminder. You're further along than you think. I'd love to hear from you. What movement made you feel the strongest today? Or what small win did you have? Share it in the comments. Let this space be your circle of support, where women encourage each other and grow together. And if this video spoke to you, helped you, or simply reminded you that you're not alone, please take a moment to like the video. It helps more people see this message. And if you want more content to guide you through aging actively, joyfully, and powerfully, hit that subscribe button. We're building something beautiful here, and I'd be honored to have you with us. Because here's the truth. Life doesn't stop at 60 or 70 or even 80. You've lived through decades of love, loss, joy, challenge, and resilience. You are the definition of strength. This chapter, this moment, is yours to shape. So rise, stretch, smile. You're not just aging. You're aging with power. And that's something truly beautiful.